Welcome back, family and friends, to another episode of Independent Joe. And tonight, what I got for you is a special treat for me. Pappy 15 year. I said I was going to do Buffalo Trace line, some of their fancier bottles, I guess, that I haven't done reviews on. Now, I bought this back in 2020. So it's been a couple of years and I just never did a review on it. I think it was 2020 or maybe early 2021. I'm not positive on that, but either way, I have it here, and of course, it's getting kind of low, and really sad to see this one go. I know last year I had saw a bottle for like, I think it was like $1,000 or $1,100. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to pay $1,100 for that bottle. It's good. It's great. But am I going to pay $1,100 for the bottle? I was like, no. Well, now you can't find them for nowhere near that. And it's crazy. So I have this bottle, and I thought, I have the 2020. Why do I need another bottle right now and all that other stuff? Well, it would be nice to have. Right now I'm getting a little bit of that aroma coming from the glass. It's been sitting here for about 5 minutes while I was getting ready to start the video. Okay, so let me get into this. Well, before I get into this, let me go ahead and thank Hell's Fire Ice for subbing along with Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. I believe Miscellaneous Brew Reviews also has a channel, so check him out. Awesome channel, and give him a sub. All right, so and I apologize if I didn't call you out. I know there was a few more subs that just hit, so appreciate you guys. Thank you, and of course, as always, love you patrons. Thank you for your support. Now the whiskey. So this is Pappy 15 year. Why is this so popular? Why is Weller, the Weller name, so popular? Why is Pappy Van Winkle so popular? Well, I mean, Pappy Van Winkle's probably been around, at least the name has been around for a long time, since the turn of the century, probably, And this is one of the bottles that is pretty coveted, along with the Pappy 20 and then the Pappy 23. And a lot of people, I've never tasted the Pappy 23, oddly enough. I'm not going to pay for a pour, because even for a pour of this now is just more than the bottle cost at MSRP, which is should be around $119.99. If you add the penny, just say 120. So around 120 is what the bottle is supposed to cost, and of course, you can't. You're not going to find it anywhere near that nowadays. I was fortunate enough to get the bottle at a decent price, enough to where I didn't feel like I was breaking the bank, and I got lucky when I found it. But I have it, and never did a review. Tasted it, shared it. Coming to its end now. Played jokes with it. Mixed it with some Fireball. Got some people upset about that. But hey, it's whiskey. And I didn't really think about, as it was going down, how I was going to replace this bottle. Well, I guess I'll just be without a Pappy 15. But it was fun while it lasted. And so now I got it in the glass. This is at 107 proof. Again, it's a Buffalo Trace product owned by Saz. Saz is the owner of the distillery, but it's a Buffalo Trace whiskey. And they come out with this every year. Between all the Pappy line, 84,000 bottles are distributed each year, which is crazy that we don't see more of these bottles around. We see them, but we see them one per store, and it's random stores. And then of course they marked it up, and you could look at those markups anywhere, and online. It's just crazily marked up. I'm getting some nice sweet cherries just hitting me in my nose right now. But yeah, why is it so sought after? I don't know. In 1997, I guess the Beverage Testing Institute gave Pappy 20 like a 99 out of 100 score. So then Pappy started getting pretty famous. If you add the Pappy Gate thing that went on, where they did that, what was it, that documentary. And then, of course, you got famous people drinking the different Pappy line. And when you just think of the line itself, you think, oh wow, some people attribute it to even the Van Winkle 10 year, which they don't call Pappy, but it's part of that line. And people get excited about it. Anthony Bourdain, before his passing, of course, raved about the Pappy products, and yeah. So just different people at different times, just talking about it, spreading the word, if you will. This is part of their exclusive weeded recipe for the Pappy line, and just people just love that flavor profile, that I guess nostalgia about the Pappy line. Even Fred Middick, for this bottle right here, for him, it probably wouldn't be for me, but for him, said that in 2020 for the, I think it was the San Francisco Spirits Awards, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but he voted it top American whiskey of the year over William LaRue Weller 2020. I have the 2019 William LaRue Weller, and I can't imagine that the 2020. I've tasted it, but it's been a while, and I don't remember that this whiskey right here, this 2015, this 2015, this 15-year 2020 bottle, could have tasted better than it. And that's not saying that it isn't a great bottle. I'm just saying, I don't know, with the proof points that you get from William LaRue Weller, and it's hard to say it fast. With that bottle right there, you get proof, you get flavor, you get an abundance of flavor, and you get that here. But this is more of a straightforward, nice, great spice all around. Your traditional, what you want in a whiskey. And then you got William LaRue Weller, where it's actually that and a little bit more. So I wouldn't do a comparison between those two. I believe the next one in the 2020 awards, what came in third place was Four Roses, the 2020 the LE special edition, Four Roses, and I have the 2018. I don't have the 2020, but again, tasting that and with the proof points and stuff like that, it would be hard for me to. And again, Fred, has a refined palate, so he might. And again, it's all subjective, but at the same time, he probably, this is just what he probably likes. And not to make this all about any other channels and stuff like that, this is just a really good solid whiskey. It may have sound like I'm trying to take something away from it. No, it's in a different league of whiskey when you come, especially when you talk about the proof point. 107 proof point. It's going to be really hard around that proof point to find a better whiskey. This year, I can't wait till the end of the year, which is coming up quickly. I'm going to be able to put up my list of the best of 2022, And of course, this is a 2020 bottle, so I wouldn't do that. But great stuff. Great stuff coming for the channel. So make sure you tune in, hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and take this journey with me. And let's build this channel into a bigger and better channel for information. But yeah, Julian Van Winkle Sr. This is his bottle, and let me just go ahead and thank one more person. Whiskey Mountains, really appreciate you for a great stream tonight, and really appreciate that bottle. That's why when you go to different channels, you support the channels. You if they have a bottle giveaway, jump in. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. And I was able to get a pretty good bottle from that raffle. And I can't wait to taste it. And really appreciate you, Whiskey Mountains, for putting that on. And awesome. Just awesome. Thank you. And let me get back to the whiskey. Of course, I got to show you guys the Glen here. It is kind of thin on the Glen. It was a little bit thicker earlier. I don't know why it's showing thin on the glass now. And I already was telling you I was getting those cherries from a distance. So much candied cherries, just like I was talking about yesterday when I was reviewing the other one. Oh man, just really good, nice, sweet, some oak in there, some nice sweet oak, leathery oak, really nice. Some dark fruits, just an overall great experience. And oh yeah, it's coming down. I think it's mostly staying at the top right here for some reason, and it slowly starts to drip. And then I start looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I better show them right away. But no, it's a slow drop, and it is really looks really coating on the glass. Of course, I didn't even show you the bottle. I mean, you can see it from there, but it's pretty good. Has this little story on the back. I won't read that for you guys, but pretty good stuff, pretty good information. Other than, we don't really know the exact mash bill, other than it is from their weeded, exclusive weeded family recipe. Really nice, really nice, really nice on the nose. Just so rich. Really good. I'm going to go ahead and go on a flavor. Again, cheers to you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Whiskey Mountains, for the bottle. And really appreciate you all. Cheers. Yep. I mean, I've had this, like 2 years. And it just stays great. Like a great flavor, nice cherry, nice oak, some vanilla, but rich, nice, sweet, rich vanilla on the nose and on the palate. You get that caramel corn, a lot of caramel, and just overall a great experience. And I'm sad to say that it's just one of those bottles that I got lucky to get at an earlier time, and now it's just one of those bottles that I'll probably never see again after this is done. So really sad. And not because they're not out there, it's just because of the ridiculous prices that are out there. Even just for a pour, sometimes it's just a ridiculous price. Just something, I mean, that you would have to really want to taste it to, I guess, pay the amount they want. I know sometimes, I think we went to, my wife and myself went to a restaurant, and we ate, and then they had a big selection of whiskeys. I won't say the name because they're overpriced whiskeys, and we saw this on there, and I think it was like almost $300 to $400 for a pour. I didn't even ask to see whether or not it's a 2 ounce pour or 1 ounce pour. It wouldn't matter. I'm not paying $300 to $400 for a pour. It's just couldn't do it. Just can't. But and that's not just this one. This was also the 20-year and 23-year. I was looking at all the different prices and stuff, and even some whiskeys that were just, pretty good whiskeys, standard, nice. You could probably buy. You could buy almost 2 bottles for what they were selling the pours at. So I was like, no. So we just ate. I got her a mixed drink, and then we left. I'm just not gonna do it. Can't do it. Too cheap for that. Cheers, everybody. I gotta go in for a second drink. Yeah, just so nice. So much of that traditional taste, flavor, aroma that you get, and it's too bad, on what should be, I guess, a staple, with all those bottles that they have, 84,000. I would think that you would see more of them out there, but we don't know how they're distributed. We don't know, like, if restaurants get them, if just how those 84,000 are distributed between the public and establishment. So, but I'll say I appreciate the one that I have, and I would definitely not recommend you spending a crazy amount of money. Hopefully someday, if you're able to, if you're fortunate enough to be able to come across a bottle, if you get one of those lotteries where you get them in, MSRP, I think you would enjoy it, and maybe appreciate it a little bit more. Me, I played too many games with this one, probably more games than I should have, because now it's at its end, and I just noticed it, and I was like, man, I never did a review, so here it is. Doesn't tell you much, doesn't give you insight into whether or not you should pay thousands of dollars for this bottle, which I'm going to tell you it's good, but I definitely wouldn't break the bank trying to taste it, because again, taste is subjective, and you just don't know what you're going to get as far as whether or not it's going to be one of those greatest whiskeys you've ever had. So that's all I got for you. Appreciate everybody again. Thank you for your support, and have a good morning, afternoon, good night, whatever time you're watching this, and I'll see you on the next one.